Devil May Cry has returned in a new reboot for the series, with developer Ninja Theory taking helm of the franchise that has set the standard in action games for the last 12 years. Do they do it justice?
Fucking demons.
DmC's story is straight, to the point, and easy to understand. The human world is under the control of Demon King Mundus, and the only one who can rain on his parade is son of Demon Father Sparta and Angel Mother Eva Dante. After meeting Cat, Dante is taken to the Order, the underground resistance that's been fighting the demons, where he is reunited with his twin brother Virgil, and together they forge a plan to kill Mundus and free humanity from their demon overlords. How it's surprising, however, are the moments between Dante and Cat that really show some depth to Dante's character at certain times in the story. Sadly though, the writing kills these moments and all other attempts at having any substance and character development, as it seems to have been written by a 13-year-old that has just discovered swearing and porn.
Nothing left but to grab it by the hair, bend it over, and
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Put a spin on this.
The story doesn't take any surprising twists or turns, and if you have any history with Devil May Cry in the past, you'll be able to see the ending coming after the conclusion of the first mission.
You don't fuck with a god.
If there's one thing Ninja Theory knows how to do well, it's create a visually amazing world to play in. Most of the game takes place in Limbo, the realm controlled by the demons, and our twisted views of locations in the human world, with nightclubs, warehouses, and TV stations. Aside from the saturation levels and some levels being a bit too high, the whole game is just visually pleasing to look at and play in. The enemy designs and overall animation quality is great as well, from the Death Knights to witches. Ninja Theory really knows how to make these characters feel alive in the world that they've created. Their music choice is a real highlight as well, as it fits the tone and setting perfectly, and really gets you motivated to hack and slash your way through the combat sections.
Whoa. Someone doesn't want me here?
In traditional Devil May Cry fashion, you progress through the story playing 20 somewhat linear story missions. I say somewhat because there are lots of side paths to explore in most levels, encouraging replayability. You can find keys and the doors that they unlock, to play extra missions that give boosts to Dante's health and Devil Trigger, as well as look for lost souls. All this adds to your mission rank for those looking to get triple S on every mission in the game. Currency also works the same way like in past games. You've got your red orbs, which are used to buy items, and white orbs used to upgrade Dante's abilities in combat.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better looking. And I got a bigger dick.
What has always been most important about Devil May Cry has never been the story, but the gameplay. Dante still has his Sword Rebellion, as well as twin pistols Ebony and Ivory, as well as 2 angel and 2 demon weapons with 2 extra firearms. The combat is still as flashy as one could come to expect from a Devil May Cry game, but it's clear that Ninja Theory's aim is to appeal to a much wider audience than this game, as the depth is lacking compared to past titles in the series. Also, Ninja Theory has decided to not include a lock-on in this DmC. There are multiple times in the game where Dante will sometimes whiff moves or hit enemies that you don't even mean to hit in the first place. Also, the camera sometimes can't keep up with how fast some of the higher level enemies move in the game, like the Witch. Speaking on some of the different enemy types, there are red, meaning demon, and blue, meaning angel, who can only be hit with the corresponding weapon type in order to even touch them or do damage to them. While this is obviously Ninja Theory's attempt on making the combat more challenging and difficult, it doesn't work at all. Devil May Cry's combat system has always been about freedom and creativity, and this just feels like the game is forcing you to play a certain playstyle without letting you experience stuff for yourself and picking how you want to play. This becomes much more apparent in the later levels, where this is all the game throws at you, and it quickly turns more into a nuisance where you dread future combat sections instead of anticipating them. Boss battles are also kind of a letdown in DmC. All the flashy combos that you learn throughout the game mean nothing on them, and just doing the basic 4-hit combos with any weapon yields the most damage. This is a real shame, as most boss fights could have been far more enjoyable if the game asked more from the player other than just dodging and punishing at the correct time with the most basic moveset.
I jump, you twist.
good luck.
DmC Devil May Cry had a long and rough road since its announcement. But has Ninja Theory managed to create a Devil May Cry game that lives up to the reputation of the franchise? Not so much. It does some things incredibly well, but also drops the ball in other areas. So if you've hated this game since day one, nothing here is going to change your mind about it. What it is, however, is an okay action game that's much more accessible to a wider audience of players. And for that, the outside source gives DmC a 6 out of 10.
What in the shitting hell is going on here?